Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome. I'm in one of my favorite cities in the world, New York City, Manhattan. Now, I like staying in high-rise building. People always wonder why, and particularly in Manhattan because of this, right? So this is one of the buildings that I'm studying. This is also another one. There's also another one, Houghton Yard, that I have even gone to inspect, right? In no time, we're going to be building skyscrapers like this across the world. We've not started, but I'm first of all working on the law of imagination. So I love Manhattan a lot. I'm always, finding myself in this part of the world. Okay. So I want to be sure I'm streaming on the right page. As you're joining me, can you tell me your name and the city you're joining me from? Okay, tell me your name and the city you're joining me from. I also like you to share this video as many times as you can across all social media platforms. Okay, we're going to be having a very, very great time today, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show. You guys are going to be learning how to make money work for you. You're going to be learning how you can partner with us, Gvest, that is, to make 14 to 92% returns on investment. And today is going to be a detailed lecture because I'll take my time, I'll break down what it means, okay, to make money work for you. Okay. What's going on? I'm not seeing your comments. I'm not sure people are watching us. Please, if you're here and you're able to watch me, can you tell me your name and the city you're joining me from? I really, really appreciate that. Okay, good. I've started seeing comments now. Good. Babatunde from Germany, Sonny from Manchester, Tosi from Dubai, Anthony Basi from Akwa Ibom. Anthony, how are you? Good to see all of you. You're welcome. Who else is here? So today's show, I'd like you all to share the video, at least share with at least 50 people on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, because you're going to change the life of many, many people. Let me start by this story. I was invited to train a group of PhD students here in the US 3 months ago. These guys are doing their PhD on how to become wealthy. And I said to them, one of the first things I said to them, I said, I'm sorry, you have made a mistake if you're doing PhD because you want to be rich. The formal university does not teach you how to be wealthy, right? And if you found it there, you've just gone to the right location. Nobody learns how to become rich, okay, in the formal university. That's not how you do it, right? If you want to be rich, you try to go to learn informally. Now, the Igbo men, how many of you know the Igbos? By the way, guys, I'm waiting. Your name, your city. Salon says, welcome, boss, to New York. Thank you. Are you based in New York for you to be particular about that? Okay. Guys, as you're joining me, tell me your name and the city you're joining me from, okay? That's very, very important. But more importantly, share this video 50 times. On Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Let's get everybody in here, okay? Where's everybody? So I said to this group of PhD students here in the US, I said to them, first of all, if you're doing your PhD to become rich, you've made the biggest mistake of your life. You don't get PhD for wealth. You get PhD for passion. There's something critical you want to change in the world. You want to be a scientist. It's not about money, and that's why you go get it. Unfortunately, there are many of you who have made that mistake. You went to get certain degrees because you want to be rich. Unfortunately, you're disappointed. And I'm not surprised that you're disappointed, because that wasn't how you're supposed to be. You were wrong. Whoever told you people go to school to learn how to be rich lied to you. That's not how. That's not why. Okay? That's not why. You don't go to school. You don't go to have formal education because you want to. That's not how it works. You get formal education because it's a course you love, you enjoy. That's it. So for many of you who have gotten degrees and you think you can be rich, how far? How market? Okay, my professor when I was in university was very poor. I remember one of the first businesses I started doing was selling motivational books in DVDs. And one of my first clients happened to be one of my professors in microbiology. My first degree was in microbiology. And I remember him saying to me, Stephen, I'm a professor, but I'm financially broke. I married young, and if I'm not careful, my family is going to suffer when I'm long gone. He said, this is the reason why I decided to buy these motivational materials from you. I want to learn how to be rich. My professor, by the way, taught me microbiology. If I remember, I was shocked when I eventually met him. Sir, because the reason why that's another long story. That's one of my first ever business. The reason why I was selling, I was targeting students in my university. They were the ones I expected to buy from me. And the first person who called me was my professor. Davidson from Germany, Opemipo from Lagos, Esther from Benin City, Nesha from Texas, Oluwabumi from Lagos. Everybody, you are very much welcome. Yakubu from Ibadan. You're welcome, you're welcome. So how many of you are ready for today? If you're ready, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, guys, talk to me. If you're ready for today's class, can you type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on. Where's everybody? Where did everybody go? Are you ready? Okay. Are you ready, guys? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I want to see that. If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I don't know why I'm not seeing comments today. I really don't get what was going on. But I'm just going to continue. So I'm going to be sharing with you how to make money work for you. First thing you need to understand is that you can never be rich working for money. I've never met anybody who became very wealthy by being from salary. I've not met anybody like that. Even CEOs of companies who are not the major owners, they became rich because they gave them some equity of the company as a result of being CEO. So it's the equity ownership that eventually made them very rich. Because the way money works is that your need will always rise up to your income, right? Particularly when it is a salary structure. So the more they increase your salary, the more you buy a better car, the more you move to a better house. And at the end of the day, everything levels out and you're still poor. So people become rich by creating a system where money works for them, where they make money while they are sleeping. Warren Buffett, okay, one of the richest men in the world, says that if you do not make money while you sleep, you're going to be poor till you die. And I agree. I mean, look at all these buildings, right? These are buildings costing hundreds of millions of dollars to build. Some of these buildings cost billions of dollars to build, right? Some of these buildings, you have the Rockefeller Center, that's billions of dollars. This is Barclays, okay? Some of these buildings cost a whole lot of money to build. And you need to understand that the people who were able to raise the funds for this type of property are not working for money. Instead, money is working for them. They have been able to figure out a way for money to work for them rather than them working for money. So the biggest disaster for many of us is that we thought that working for money is how we become rich. and we've ended up being disappointed. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 7 ways or 7 key things to understand if you want money to work for you. 7 key things. So I don't know if you're excited about what I'm sharing with you today. If you're excited, type I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. 7 key things that can help you to move from working for money to money working for you. Remember, as you're joining us, share this video 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most sought after investment coach, serial entrepreneur. I started a business, okay, with as little as $10, 1,000 naira, 13 years ago, and I've grown to it to multi-billion naira, okay, today. And anybody can do the same if you follow the processes that I've used. And today I can tell you that I'm not working for money. I work, but not for money. I work for passion. I do what I enjoy. I do what I love. But, and I'm making money, by the way. Okay, but I'm not working for money. And that's very, very important that you understand. And so, how many of you are ready for me today? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Share this video at least 50 times. Okay, on your right hand side, you're going to see Facebook party icon. Click on it, invite all your friends, invite even your enemies, because your enemies too, if they are making money, they won't have time to hate you. Sometimes people hate you because they're idle, they're poor, they're broke. If they're making a lot of money, they ain't gonna have your time, right? So come on, let's do this. Number 1, rich people do not work for money, but money work for them. And the way they have structured not having to work for money and that money work for them is because they have been able to understand the 3 types of income. Number 1 income is called earned income. Can everybody type earned income? Okay? This is under number 1 point that we're teaching on how to make money work for you. Number 1, the rich do not work for money, but money work for them. And that has happened, that is able to evolve because they've been able to understand the 3 types of money. The first type of money is called earned income. They've understood 3 types of income. The first type is called earned income. Can everybody type earned income? Now, your earned income is what comes in as a result of your salary, another way, or from employment or from self-employment. So if you're employed or you're self-employed, what comes to you is called earned income. So you see an athlete, right, who plays soccer. We call it football in Nigeria. An athlete who plays soccer is able to, for example, let's say his income is as huge as much as 100,000 pounds per week. That's still an earned income, right? If he doesn't understand how, we call it financial intelligence, he's still going to die a poor man. There's a guy called Ebue. Ebue used to be one of the best, players for Arsenal, right, years ago. At some point, it went viral that Ebue was homeless. This guy used to earn over 100,000 pounds every week. How can such person go homeless? How? But he was homeless because he only relied on earned income. And once he retired from playing football and the earned income stopped, he became poor. You see why we say that, the rich do not work for money. Because if you work for money, there will always be a time. There's something called law of diminishing return. The older I get, for example, the less energy I have to be able to do a lot of work that can help me to get more money, right? So if you structure your life where it's all about earned income, one day you retire, one day you leave that job, and you're broke, and you're struggling, and even the pension will finish, and you're nowhere. Are you learning, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. Remember, guys, share this video at least 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms, right? Share 50 times. Okay, many of you join groups that they just gossip, they talk rubbish, nothing about wealth creation, nothing about building wealth, nothing about empowerment. Okay, you need to share this in those groups, because that's how we can change people. Many people ask me, why did you start this? Right? God told me many years ago, he said, if you want to become a billionaire and a trillionaire, he said, raise millionaires. Invest in raising millionaires. I have a project. I'm raising 10 million millionaires, particularly of African descent, by changing their minds, by educating them, by opening them up to what to do, how to understand what we call financial intelligence. Number 2 type of income is called portfolio income. Can everybody type portfolio income? Now, portfolio income is the income that you make from buying stocks, by buying shares of a company, by, that's called portfolio income. You decide to buy stocks of this, and it's called portfolio income. Now, it's also a very good way to earn money, but sometimes it goes bad. You've heard situations where a stock can be selling for $100 per shares, and then overnight it goes down to 50 cents, right? Now, it has happened several times to several people. In fact, a lot of people have played victim as a result of that. So that's called, portfolio income. When you buy shares, when you buy stocks, when you buy all these things, it's called portfolio income. And it's good. I'm not asking you not to do it. Now, the third one, which is the one I love the most, is called passive income or cash flow. Can everybody type passive income? And in bracket, put cash flow. Come on, everybody, talk to me. I want you to type passive income, and then in bracket, you put cash flow. Do I have my student here? Are they here? Come on, I need your energy. I need your energy. I feed off your energy, guys. When I do trainings like this, I feed off your energy. So when I say comment, you comment. When I say talk, you talk. When I say something, you say something. I feed off your energy. Remember, share this video 50 times across all social media platforms. Share. Get everybody in here. I want us to get to at least 1,000 live viewers today. Okay? So number 3 type of income, and this is the one I like. I've said to many people, this is the type of income I love the most, right? It's called passive income. Now, what is a passive income? Passive income is that income that comes regularly, but not from any work that you did. It didn't come because you have a job. It didn't come because you are a salary earner. It didn't come because of any of that. It's an income that comes as a result of something you've done before now, okay, and you're just like reaping the returns of it, right, years later. And what is beautiful about passive income is that when you do it well, it's consistent. It just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. When you structure passive income very well, and that's what the type of income that can make you to become financially free. Passive income is the only way you can become financially free. By the way, how many of you are enjoying today's class? If you're enjoying it, type I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Guys, talk to me. If you're enjoying today's class, type I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Talk to me, guys. So that's how, those are the 3 types of income. So that helps you to understand that rich people don't work for money. Money works for them. And the way money works for them is by using those number 2 types of income. They are able to use either the portfolio income, or they are able to use the passive income. But the greater proportion of the richest people in the world are able to use the passive income. That's how they've been able to build wealth. That's how they've been able to become very wealthy. And I pray for those of you watching me that as a result of what you are learning today, you will come out of poverty and you will build wealth to be able to take care of yourself and your family, and and be able to live the right kind of a decent life. I thought I'm going to get an amen for that, right? But remember, it's a function of executing, implementing what you're learning. When we're teaching like this, you want to learn, you want to write down, you want to take notes, you want to execute what you're learning. But more importantly, also, you want to invite your friends, because many of you, everything we teach you today, You still go and talk to your negative friends. You still go and talk to your friends that are good for nothing. You still go and talk to those friends that are not going where you are going, and they're going to water everything I've said down. Every of the excitement, the faith that you have been able to build from what I've taught you, everything goes down the drain because you didn't invite your friends. So I always tell people, even sometimes your spouse, you get them involved. When you're learning things like this that is revolutionary, is changing your mindset, bring your friends involved, bring your family member involved, and say, come and hear what I'm hearing, right? So share this video 50 times. How many of you have shared this video 50 times? If you've done that, can you just type, I've shared it 50 times? I want to thank you for doing that, right? I have amazing guys who join my show. They are not liability to me. They understand I have a vision of raising 10 million people, and they're always sharing our videos into different platforms. Some people will even share 100 times. They say, look, Dr. Stephen, I believe in your vision. I want it to get to the world, and I'm pushing everybody to listen. So anybody who has shared this video, thank you for doing that, and God bless you. I'm really, really glad that you're doing so. Number 2, if you're ready for number 2, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. How do you make money work for you? What are the processes? The first thing is that rich people, and these are what are the key things that rich people use to make money work for them. First thing is that rich people don't work for money, money work for them, and they're able to do that by understanding the 3 types of income. Number 2, key thing to understand in this context of making money work for you rather than working for money is that rich people use other people's time. It's called OPT. Can everybody type OPT? Rich people have mastered the art of using other people's time. So what average person here watching me is doing, most of you are doing, is that you're working for money. You're using your time to make money rather than creating a system where other people can use their own time to help you to make money. I teach this a lot, even when I teach our marketers. I say, look, rather than you being the only marketer out there and the business model to them, and tell them how they can do the business themselves, and let them go out there and help you push the business. This is how you can scale. This is how you can take your business to the next level. Rich people use other people's time. Dangote has more than 500,000 staff. Stephen Akita has more than 300 staff. OPT. Wealthy people are able to create a system. Whatever it is they are doing, they find a way to get other people to do it with them. They find a way to replicate themselves in other people. And guess what most poor people do? When they know a secret to success, they keep it to themselves. When they find out a job, the day there's even vacancy at that job, they will not tell their friends. They keep it. And many of you do it here too. Many of you have been learning so much from me, how to build wealth, how to, become financially independent. You don't share with your friends. You literally don't want your friends to know what you know. You are hurting yourself. Billionaires and wealthy people don't do that. They don't do that because a time will come. You cannot do it. You don't have the energy anymore. You are literally now going to be leveraging on those you have mentored. I shared with one of my mentees here in New York. He just dropped me off. I said, I'm disappointed. Now I want to open office here, and you don't have a broker license. By the way, I'm not if you're in the US. If you're in the US, type I'm in the US. Okay? If you're in the US, type I'm in the US. Come on, guys, talk to me. I told him, I said, you don't have a broker's license. Right? So many things that I need, And this is sometimes why some of you will follow people like us and you've never been able to maximize your relationship with us. Because you're also not asking yourself, this person is growing at this level. What are the things he's likely to need? Right? Many of you have been following me. You will now come and say, sir, I've been following for 3 years, for 5 years. For 3 years, for 5 years, I'm going to go global. There will be a day I'll come to your country. Why haven't you gotten the things that I need? Okay? Because I told him, I need to start buying commercial real estate now. I literally will have to go and be buying from people I don't know. Because you that I know, you don't even have a broker's license. Right? You don't even have a broker's license. And this is a very critical reason why many people fail. Are you learning, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. Talk to me, guys. If you're learning, type I'm learning, I'm learning. So you want to make money work for you. You have to find a way to replicate yourself in other people. You have to find a way to leverage on other people's time. Okay? Are you ready for number 3? If you're ready for number 3, type I'm ready, I'm ready. For those of you just joining us, I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most sought after investment coach, serial entrepreneur. I started a business with just $10, 1,000 naira 13 years ago. And I've grown it to become a multi-billionaire corporation with office in Nigeria, in Dubai, and also now in the US of A. And of course, we're opening our UK office also. We're registered in UK, but we're opening the office this year. Okay? So are you ready for number 3? If you're ready, type I'm ready. I would like you, I'm sharing how to make money work for you. And I know these topics are sometimes what people don't want to hear. And if we don't hear things like this, we can't learn how to build wealth for ourselves. I'd like you to share this video 50 times. Please, if you have shared this video 50 times, let me know. I want to personally thank you for doing that. If you've shared this video 50 times, please let me know. Okay, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, share. On your right-hand side, you're going to see Facebook party icon. Click on it and invite everybody into today's class. So, number 3. Okay, rich people save and invest what they've saved. Now, let me tell you this. What poor people do is they don't save. And then some other poor people only save, but they don't invest. It's the same. If you don't save and you didn't invest, you're in the same category. Let me say that again. Those who save and those who don't save, okay, are in the same category. Wow. Oluwabumi, I shared this video 50 times. God will bless you for me. God will announce you to the world. And whatever you touch will turn to gold. Thank you. I'm really grateful. Abiola Shori Olubumi. Thank you for doing that. I'm grateful. God bless you. So, rich people, they save, but more importantly, they invest, and this is powerful, what they save. So if you just save and you keep it to the bank, what you're doing is called savings account. Any money you keep in your bank and you say you're saving it, it's called savings account. Because what you don't know, your banker is giving people like me that money to go and do business with it. Okay? And I give them a lot more money and they're not giving you anything tangible. So you're not wise. In fact, nowadays, it's almost as if your banks are asking you to pay them for keeping your money. That's why virtually all banks' accounts now, there's a monthly deduction, operation cost, because they themselves now have too many monies, right, to invest. So it does not make sense that you keep giving your money to the banks and the banks keep loaning it to businesses like ours, and you that you own the money, you can't use the money for yourself. You are not wise that way. That's why when you tell me it's risky to invest, I'm saying it's risky to save the money and not invest it. It's the most riskiest thing to do, right? It doesn't make any sense. Yakubu Aisha has also shared 50 times. Thank you. Yeah, now go there. God bless you. Okay, now go there. Thank you. God reward you for sharing this video 50 times. I'm grateful. Right? So, when you keep your money in the bank, that's a risky thing to do. And it's also an unwise thing to do. When you tell me I put my money in savings account, I call it shavings account. They're shaving your head. They're shaving your head. The same bank is lending it to businesses. They are collecting 10%, 20%, sometimes 25% returns on investment on your money. And you kept it there. You kept it there, making them richer, making your bank richer, getting nothing out of it. You say, yeah, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid it is risky not to take risk. In fact, not taking risk is the risk itself. That's the risk. The risk is in not taking risk. Right? So, rich people, people who have mastered the art of making money work for them, they invest their money. They don't keep it. They ask questions. Who can I give this money to that can give me what? Passive income. Can I save this money can I invest this money with GTEx Homes, for example? And I'll tell you where they invest it. They invest with credible organizations. GTEx Home is building 1,000 housing units this year. We need 20 billion Nigerian naira to do that. Okay, that's about $50 million that we need to do that job. Okay, for that to happen, we need to get the money somewhere. Some people have to give us the money. We have the expertise. We know how to buy the right land. We know how to make the land appreciate. We've mastered that. Okay? But you, rather than giving your money to the bank, you want to look for credible companies and say, hey, I have 10 million naira. If I give you this money, how much can you be giving me every 6 months? How much can I be getting as passive income? Not the capital, extra on the capital every year, every 3 years. That's how people become rich. We have a program called Gvest right now, where you can invest in our real estate investment program, and you earn from 14% to as high as 92%. That's serious matter, guys. That's serious matter. You can earn that much. That's how people become rich, ladies and gentlemen. Because you look for a credible organization, you give them a loan, right? And say, hey, I'm giving you this money, continue to grow your business, give me something regularly. It's called passive income. But please don't do it with people that have not had track record. Don't do it with people that don't come and say, I learned it from you, right? You taught us. These things you do with organizations that have the result to show. They've been there. GTEx has been doing real estate for the last 6 years. You Google GTEx, you're going to see all that we've done. You see our estate. You see what. So it's not a case of I just saw something online and then they leverage on my greed. That's not how this works. But what you want to do is that you don't want to keep money in the bank, and anytime you see your alert, you are just shaking your head. You are losing money. Let me explain this to you. Inflation in the US right now is about 4.5%. Right now in the US. What does that mean? It means that if you give your bank, your money, right? What the banks is most likely going to give you is about 4%. So what does that mean? In case some of you don't understand what inflation is all about. Okay? In case you don't know what inflation is all about. What does that mean? That means that if they give you 4% returns on investment, okay? If they give you 4%. Now, if inflation is 4.5%, what happened is that you have lost 0.5% of your money. Deceiving yourself to thinking that you've earned more. Are you learning, guys? If you're learning type, I'm learning. Are you comprehending what I'm saying now? Right? If so I give my bank my money to say, hey, save it and give me returns, right? There are fixed deposit you could do with your bank. Some banks give 4%, some give lesser, but some give 4%. Now, in the US, I'm using US. Now, in Nigeria, inflation is already 14%. That's, another crazy matter. But in the US here, inflation is 4.5%. And there are several investments many of you have put your money into. They are telling you 2%, 3%, right? That means you are losing. You are losing because inflation means that the value, how has the value of that money dropped, okay, in the course of that year? How has it dropped? So they gave me interest of 4%, but the value of the money has dropped by 4.5%. Do you see what we're talking about? This is why you need financial intelligence. Can everybody put your hand on your chest and say, I, Stephen Akintayo, from today, vow that I will get financial intelligence. So help me God. Come on, everybody, let's repeat it again. I want you to put your hand on your chest and say this after me. I, Stephen Akintayo, make a vow that from today, I will get financial intelligence education so as not to be a victim of this world. So help me God. So if you don't know what we're teaching you now, right, you're just going to make crazy mistakes and you're going to think you've done the right thing, but you've lost. You're the one losing. Okay? So number 3 is that you invest the money that you've saved in a place you can get good returns, in a place you can get something very, very tangible. And let me say this. Those of you, by the way, let me ask again, how many of you are in the US or in the UK? But if you are not living in Nigeria, I want you to signify, please. If you are not living in Nigeria, okay, can you signify? I just want, if you are not living in Nigeria, just signify. Just say, the name of the city that you live in. Come on, quickly, everybody. I need an interactive class. Remember, this is Dr. Stephen Akinta, Africa's most sought after investment coach, straight entrepreneur, and I'm sharing with you the processes, the key core issues to look out for when you want to move to that level where you want money to be working for you rather than working for money. And I will please like you to share this video 50 times across all social media platforms, okay? Share this video across all social media platforms 50 times. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, just keep sharing. Share. Get everybody in here. Get everybody to watch, okay? Now, I'm asking a question. If you do not live in Nigeria, can you just type the city you live in, okay? I can see Turkey, I can see Ireland, I can see Japan, I can see Dallas, I can see Dublin, I can see UK. I can see a lot of UK here, actually. A lot of UK, Liberia. No, if you're in Africa, I want those who are outside Africa. Now, how many of you who live in Europe or America have a registered company? If you have a registered company, can you type, I have a registered company? If you don't have a registered company, type, I don't have a registered company. Because right now, people are making millions and millions of dollars under your nose. And you live in America and you are still complaining about poverty just because you don't understand financial intelligence. Companies are cashing out big time. I had a conversation yesterday, okay, where I was being offered $1 million, okay, COVID relief money, $1 million. And some of you live in, I don't live in America and I'm being offered that. You live in America, you live in the UK. Because you don't own businesses. You don't own businesses. I don't care whether you even know what you want to do with the business. An average state in the US costs you just $250 to register your company. Some of you have lived there 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You don't have a registered company. I don't even know where to begin with some of you. I really don't know. I really just don't even know. Some of you keep shouting, tax. One of my mentees, I was telling him today, I said, do you have a registered company? He said, no. He just bought a house, $500,000. I said, do you know you are better off if you have bought the house in the name of your company? You're better off. You pay less in taxes. I don't even just understand. COVID relief that is being given to companies. Oh, Jesus. It's a whole lot. By the way, you need to know that everybody living in America is still going to suffer for the consequences of the COVID relief. The reason why you are having inflation going off the roof is because US is just printing more money. UK is printing more money. So everybody will be a victim. But the way you can choose not to be a victim is to share the money with them. The one they give you as an individual, that's peanut compared to what companies are getting. Some companies have gotten $20 million, $20 billion, aviation industry, healthcare industry. People are cashing out big time. And when you see the black community, they don't even have a registered company. They don't even have a registered company. It's $250. Oh, Lord. Don't get me started. Don't just get me started, you guys. Don't get me started, you guys. To just register a company. You don't need to know what you want to do with it, but just register it. And this is why when you give all these crap complaints, America, it's for the rich. Who told you not to be rich? Did somebody tie a rope on your neck and say, you will not be rich? You all can afford to Please, if you're watching this, go register your company today. It's online. And it costs peanuts. It costs peanuts. One of my mentor, right, got so much money from this COVID relief, he bought 5 houses. Can you type 5 houses? Come on, type 5 houses in Nigeria. He's a lawyer here. He told me, he said, I don't need to pay back this money. He said, and I know that if I still spend this money in America, it's still going to be paying taxes. So he said, no. He said, Stephen, give me, I want to buy 5 houses in Lekki. Give me 5 houses. And I gave him 5 houses. Some of them $100 million. I mean, 100 million naira, sorry. He bought 5 houses in Nigeria. Now he's going to be earning 50 million every year from that. The new package that has just been released now, he's going to get even a lot more. The new package that was just released, companies are still going to get a lot more money. Right? And you will come there, you'll be playing victim. You'll be saying, yo, you know, they don't like us. They hate we, the poor people. And you, I mean, when they gave birth to you, did they write poor on your forehead? And I hate when I see Africans playing victim. There's opportunity to be wealthy. You just don't take advantage of it. America law says, based on certain core principles, you as a company pay less taxes. And the law says that you don't pay tax on a loan. You don't pay tax on a loan. So why do you think all this Donald Trump and co, they looked at the law, they went for trainings, they understood the loophole in the law, took advantage of those loopholes and became richer. Because when you want to become rich in America, you use debt. Can I tell you debt? Now, one of these days I'm going to come here and teach you good debt and bad debt in the Western world. Now, in Nigeria, don't go into debt. I don't owe any bank 1 kobo. If any bank tell you I owe them 1 naira, they are lying. I don't owe any bank in Nigeria 1 kobo. But this one, we have come to America to run business. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, if they tell you that I'm owing an American bank $100 million, you better believe it. Because in this part of the world, it's debts that you use to build wealth. That's how you build wealth. You don't even pay tax once it's a debt. Can you imagine that? So America wants you to buy a house using debt. But if you buy the house without debt, you will pay tax. You need to understand. You see, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Financial literacy is the problem. The universities don't teach you. Some of you will now go after masters and that. And yet, listen, if you want to do PhD because you love it, I'm starting an equivalent of PhD with Harvard University. But it's for founders of businesses. How do you scale to the realms of billions of dollars? That's the kind of things you go for, right? But you want to become rich. You want to make money. You now say you are going to learn PhD in chemistry. They do, even your chemistry professor, how rich is your chemistry professor? And you say, you know, if I go through it, I'll become rich. That's a lie. They're lying to you. People don't get rich by having formal degrees. You go study how does a system work. You go meet rich people and tell them, how does this work? Right now, I'm really pissed off because I've come to the US to start opening companies. I don't even have Nigerians who are brokers that I could buy houses from them. Right? And many of you have been following me all these years. You couldn't even go to say, okay, can I go and get a broker's license in the US? Many of you don't even have. Now I want to buy houses. I'm having to buy from people who are not Nigerians. Come on, wake up. Can you type, wake up? Everybody, I want you to type, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Everybody, type it, wake up. For those of you just joining us and you're wondering why I'm ranting, I'm Dr. Stephen Akita, Africa's most sought after investment coach, serial entrepreneur. And I'm sharing on how to make money work for you instead of working for money. How do you build wealth legitimately? Okay? You know, that's what we're sharing. I'd like you to share this video 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Share, share, share. Right? Invite all your friends, invite even your enemies. We're trying to raise 10 million millionaires, okay, of African descent across all platforms. We want to open their eyes to how to build wealth. Because the problem of Africans is lack of knowledge on wealth creation, lack of knowledge on wealth. Do you know that Once you start building money, wealth, as an African American, many other African American things you sold out. Because the principles to build wealth is just totally alien. I once said to somebody, I said, if you want to earn all this inequality among African Americans in the US, it's not protest that we need. It's financial empowerment that we need. It's education like the one I'm doing now that people need. Understanding how does loan, how does debt work for an average African American? Do you know there are contracts that have been intentionally kept for minorities in America by the law of America? But do you know many Americans many African Americans don't even try those options. You come here, $20 an hour, $30 an hour. Let me just get a job. Let me just get a job. I just need to be careful. I want to be a nurse. Yes, nursing. Right? You're not even saying, can I take a risk? Can I start a business? Can I open a company? When you open a company here, the first question they ask you at the bank is, how much loan do you want? They don't ask that in Africa. This is a system where you have no business not owning a business. You have no business not owning a business. This is a place. Come on, guys. If you're learning, type, I'm learning. Come on. Okay? If you're learning, type, I'm learning. Come on, let's talk. So number 4, if you're ready for number 4, type, I'm ready. If you're ready for number 4, type, I'm ready. Okay, number 4, the rich do not rely on salaries, but on return on investment. ROI. Can everybody type ROI? I want everybody to type ROI. Rich people do not rely on salaries, they rely on ROI. A lot of times I watch on social media, and I see how employees castigate their boss and say evil things about their employers over how they feel they've worked for 2 years, they've not increased their salary. Let me shock you today. This will shock you. It is not the responsibility of your boss to make you rich. I want everybody to write it down, and I want you to write it. It is not the responsibility of my employer to make me rich. I want all of you to write it so that it can sink better. I'll repeat that again. It is not the responsibility of my employer to make me rich. It is my personal responsibility to be rich. Everybody, I want you to write it again. It is not the responsibility of my employer to make me rich. It is my personal responsibility to make me rich. I want all of you to write it. Write it down. And if you can write it somewhere, I beg you, for those of you who have a job, write it somewhere and keep looking at it. Okay? It is not the responsibility of my employer to make me rich. It's my personal responsibility to make me rich. I am the owner of my company. Do you know I do not rely on my salary? Those who work with our company can tell you this for a fact. I'm the MDC of GTEX Homes. I've told them all my salary should be gathered and they should keep buying my own personal plot. Because there's a difference between the company and me. So I don't withdraw my salary, my commission, my salary, I don't withdraw it. And yet I'm the owner of the company. Every of my money, I've told my team we're keeping it to buy more so that I don't want to build estates. And in future, I don't even have my own houses in the estate that I built, that I worked so hard to build. And this is also the mistake some employees do. You work for a real estate company, you don't know that there's a difference between that company and you. And if you don't structure how you two can make money and start paying for your own house or your own land or your own property, right, you will be shocked that the same property you built for other people, you will not even be qualified to live there. So even me as MD CEO, business owner, I do not rely on salary. I had to build a system where even if my company can't pay my salary, I am going to be able to feed my family. This is the secret of rich people. They do not rely on salary to build wealth, to make money. They rely on ROI, returns on investment. So they are constantly looking at things they can put their money into, and that thing can almost forever keep bringing something in. Could be once in 6 months, once in a year, it doesn't matter. As long as the capital is standing, but something on top of the capital keeps coming, keeps coming, keeps coming. That is how we have built wealth, ladies and gentlemen. And whether you like us or you hate us, whether you're happy that we're wealthy or you don't like that we're wealthy, we did the right things to be where we are. And if you do those same things, you can get there. Rich people use ROI. They don't rely on salary. So I'm not asking you to quit your job, by the way. No, anybody who tells you to quit your job doesn't like you. What you're supposed to do is to start putting your money into an investment. As soon as the returns on investment, the ROI, is more than your salary, you can then sack your boss. But as long as what your returns on investment has not matched your salary, don't quit your salary. Don't quit your job. And this is where some people get arrogant. And I've said this, one of my mentees used to say it, and it has become my slogan. 2 things you cannot afford to have: poverty and pride. I want everybody to type it. You cannot afford to have poverty and pride together. I want everybody to help me type it. PP. You can't have 2 P's in your life: poverty and pride. If you're going to be poor, be humble. If you're going to be proud, be rich. But you cannot be poor and proud at the same time. It does not make any sense. So the arrogance of, oh, my employer, what does he think? Who is he? See the way I'm going to quit. Ladies and gentlemen, if you really, really care about your family, if you don't want to be a beggar, if you don't want to put your family in undue, pressure, and you want to be able to continue to pay your bills, you will humble yourself and plan your financial life and get financial education that they don't teach in the university, and get a system that can give you returns on investment. And as soon as the returns on investment is more than your salary, now you can fire your boss. That is how to draw things. That's how to put a structure in place. Come on, how many of you are excited about what you're learning? If you're excited about what you're learning, type, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. I'm Dr. Stephen Akinta, Africa's most sought after investment coach, serial entrepreneur. And I'll be sharing about a powerful principle on how to build wealth, real wealth, how to make money work for you rather than working for money. And this powerful principle is going to change your life forever if you obey them. But it's up to you. Mine is to teach you, yours is to implement. But I'd like you to share this video 50 times. Please share. If indeed this video is changing your life, I can see all of you saying excited, mind-blowing, all of that. The least you can do, okay, to honor and respect that I'm teaching you all this for free, is to share this video right now. Share on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. On your right-hand button, you're going to see Facebook party icon. Click on that Facebook party icon and start inviting all your friends. So invite all your friends. Get everybody on board. Tell them Dr. Stephen is teaching how to build wealth. And I want you to learn also. It costs you nothing to do that. Okay. So number 4, rich people don't rely on salary. They rely on return on investments. Okay. So they look for investment vehicle. They put in their money there and something begin to come. There are 3 types of ROI that you can get. 3 types of ROI. Can everybody type 3 types of ROI? Come on, everybody, talk to me. Type 3 types of ROI. The first type of ROI is low return ROI. Low return ROI. So this is an ROI that gives you less than 10% returns. Okay? But listen, the returns is a function of the country that you're in. In developed countries, the ROIs are typically different. Okay, the ROIs are typically different, right? So, but typically anything below 10% is low return ROI. Okay, now you have mid return ROI, usually between 15% to 20%, thereabout. 25% is usually what is around that mid returns ROI. Then you have high return ROI. High return ROI can give you 30%, 40%, 50%. In a year, I'm talking about yearly now. I'm not talking about monthly. So all this monthly stuff is nonsense. Okay, but in a year or on a quarterly and things like that, that's more realistic. Now, you need to know that these three type of ROI, you should invest across them. Some investment you put into low returns just so that you are sure your capital is safe and it's not going to be lost. Some money you put into the mid risk, you know there's a level of risk there. Some money you put into high risk. When you're putting into high risk, understand that the chance that you lose your money is higher. As a result, always pull out your returns. So let me explain that. Usually, one of the mistakes people make, right, is that when they earn returns from high risk investment, they put the money back. Now, I always tell you, never do that because it's a high risk. You can do it for low and mid. When you make money from mid or low, you can put it back, keep putting it back, keep putting it back. But when it comes to high risk, or high returns, right, don't just pull out till you get back the capital that you put in. Okay, are you excited? Come on. If you're enjoying this type, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. So if you're ready for number 5, type I'm ready. I'm ready. So, by the way, this class is being put together by Gvest. Gvest is a vehicle that we set up to help people to earn investing with our company. We are building 1,000 housing unit in Nigeria, and we're changing Nigeria real estate industry. And you can earn something tangible for yourself. We're sharing profit. We're using your money to expand and grow our business in Nigeria. And you're getting something on the side. So give as much as 14 to 92%, depending on the length of how you want to wait to get returns and the amount you're investing. Now, today is the last day for people to invest less than 10 million and for people to get certain level of returns. So we're reviewing the returns lower, today. So from tomorrow, the returns are reviewed lower. So if you really are serious about this, you want to invest today. Okay, if you're really serious about that, okay, yeah, I want to look into the kind of investment that you do. So you can always visit the website. I'm not done with my training, but I just want to give, because people are already asking, how do I invest with your company? So I'm just going to give you some details. You can visit www.gvest.ng or call or send WhatsApp message to the official line 02348099990864. Okay, just reach them, or you can chat me directly. Okay, if you're chatting me directly, it should only be WhatsApp chat, no calls, please. Okay, so chat me directly on WhatsApp. I will still have to refer you back to them. 8577015527. Okay, WhatsApp chat only. So this is one of the opportunities we have, but the way I'm teaching you is general, so that even if you don't want to invest with us, you at least have understanding of what you need to do and how this thing works. Okay, because a lot of you have tried to do investment, but you've burnt your hands because you didn't have the right information, right? A lot of us, and I see people do that a lot in Africa, we go into things we don't even have understanding about. We don't understand how it works, and then we just jump into it. And at the end of the day, we become victim of something we try to do with a genuine heart, but we don't have the right information. So I always tell people, for anything great that you want to do in your life, the first thing that you need is knowledge. Can everybody type knowledge, knowledge, knowledge? Knowledge is the first ingredient to success. You want to be wealthy, you want to be successful, you need to get the right knowledge first. Okay, that's how you do it. Carmela said, how can one invest with you in the US? We don't have, so this is our process, right? We do not raise investment until we've spent 5 years in a city. We don't run investment in that city. So we are currently running investment program in Nigeria because we've done Nigerian real estate for more than 6 years and we know the onions well. So in this new market in the US, we're new and it's an experiment, and we don't want to experiment with your money and we lose your money and then you call us bad names. So you can invest with us wherever in the world you are. You can be in the US, UK, anywhere, and still invest with us, but you are investing in our Nigerian business, not in our UK or US business, because like like I said, we do not want situations where you are investing in a new market that we ourselves are new in it, and for every new venture there are always challenges. So we're only asking people to invest in our business that is already established, structured. We know how that works. We know the numbers. For example, what we are doing in all our estates, if we're able to accomplish them in 2 years, in 1 year rather, we're going to be getting 200% return on investment. So we know that what we have promised our customers, we will not fail them. We'll be able to give them, right? Because we've mastered the industry. We've mastered that terrain. Okay, so that's how we work. But it's open to everyone all over the world. All over the world, and it works. Okay, anywhere you are, wherever you are, you can always invest with us. So are you learning, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning. So let's go to number 5. Are you ready for number 5? If you're ready for number 5, type I'm ready. Number 5. If you're ready for number 5, type I'm ready. Okay, so number 5. How do you make money work for you? Okay, how do rich people make money work for them? How do they continue to build wealth and get richer and richer? Okay, number 5. Rich people focus on cash flow, okay, rather than volume. Okay, rather than salary, they focus on cash flow. I think I've mentioned that. So let's go to number 5. Number 5 is the new number 5, right? Is rich people use debt to grow wealth. Rich people use debt to grow wealth in outside Africa where the system works, right? So please, a disclaimer, okay? Using debt to grow your wealth is something that is not good in Africa, because the system doesn't support that. But in the Western world, rich people use debt to grow wealth. Now, even in Africa, most of the rich guys, the Dangotes of this world, the $10 of this world, they still use debt to grow their wealth using the likes of banks, borrowing money from banks to, for example, Dangote is building the largest refinery in the world, single chain refinery in the world. It's cost him $16 billion. Now, most of the money, over $8 billion, was raised as a debt. Okay? $8 billion was raised as a debt, right? So when you realize this, you realize even in Africa, but why I'm saying be careful in Africa is because the information is not even readily available. There's a level you get to before using debt in Africa favors you, else the bank are going to finish you. But in the Western world, right, like in America, in the UK, it pays you to use debt to build wealth than to even use your money, right? And that's even the concept of credit card, in case you don't know. The whole concept of credit card is to encourage you to take loan, is to encourage you to take more money. But people don't know the right debt and the good debt. They don't know the difference between asset and liability. So if you use your credit card to buy a car that you are not using for Uber, okay, that's a debt, that's a liability. And you're going to keep leaving bills for your children's children. If you use your credit card to buy a house and you live in that house, and that house, you've not used a portion of it to do Airbnb or rent it out, that's still a debt. So you're going to be struggling to pay your mortgage. At the end of the day, you're in trouble. Good news, one of my mentees just bought his first house here in New Jersey, $500,000 US. It's a 3 floors. First floor, 3 bedroom, second floor, 3 bedroom, and then he's also converting the ground floor to 3 bedroom. Now he's renting out the first two floors, $2,000 every month. So by the end of the year, he's able to earn, every month he's able to earn $4,000. The mortgage on the property is $3,000, right? So that way his tenant is going to, was sharing this with me. I'm going to share the testimony. He said, thank you so much. I learned this from you. Right? His tenant is going to pay for the entire house. And today when he was with me, I said, no. This is even I'm going to show you how you can use the Airbnb. Instead of making $4,000 on that property, you're going to make $10,000. He was like, yeah. And I broke down the thing for him. He said, sir, I never saw it this way. I said, hey, that's why you get mentors. That's why I'm here for you. Right? So I've shown him a secret now, where instead of making $4,000 from that property, he's going to be making $10,000 every month. And I told you, I said, I want you to pay off the house in 5 years. So instead of the 30 years that you've arranged, in 5 years, pay off, get another property, and repeat the same process. By the way, I run a mentorship program in real estate. It's not cheap. It's $10,000. So don't even, if you don't have the money, don't bother ask. Okay? Where I teach some of these things to my students. But are you getting value, guys? If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Come on, talk to me. If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. So how do you make money work for you? Okay? Use debt, okay, to gain asset. Use debt to buy asset. Use debt to buy asset. Use debt to buy asset. That is how you become richer. You use debt to buy asset. You get richer and richer and richer that way. You make more money that way. You leave inheritance for children's children that way. Literally, a time will come. It will be literally as if you've laid up gold as dust. You've laid up wealth as dust. And generations to come are just going to be praying and thanking God for you because you've just done the right thing. Number 6. Okay? How to make money work for you. You can only make money work for you when you understand that investment is not a risk. Can everybody type that? Investment is not a risk. Lack of investment is the risk. Can everybody type that? Investment is not a risk. Lack of investment is the risk. So, and I give you a typical example. Some of you, and this is why I keep saying you can only be poor because you have turned your back, some of you unconsciously, to knowledge. To knowledge. Let me ask you a question. How many of you will have paid? How many of you, can you tell me the value of what I've taught you now? If, in your heart of heart, is this thing worth $1,000? What I've taught you so far, is it worth $1,000? Is it worth $2,000? Is it worth $3,000? I just want you to put a number in dollars to the value of what I've just taught you in the last 1 hour. Can you help me type that? What do you think is the value of what you've learned? I want everybody to type it, okay? What do you think is what? Is it $1,000? Is it $2,000? Is it $3,000? Is it $4,000? Is it $5,000? Come on, guys, talk to me. What do you think what I've taught you so far? How much do you think is what? Okay? I'm waiting to read it. How much do you think what I've taught you so far, how much do you think is what, right? In dollars, what you've learned from me, how much do you think is what in dollars? Okay, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 50,000, whatever, just $500. How much do you think is what in dollars? I want you to type it. I'm waiting. I want to see it. What do you think is? No, you have to put a price to it. So Okere K says $1,000. Usha says 4,000. Laide says 1,000. Samuel says 10,000. Femi says 50,000. So I want to ask a question. Do you agree with me that if you implement what I've just taught you today, you're going to be richer? If you agree, type I agree. Now, the question I'm going to ask next is, if I had told you to pay me for today's class, okay, will you have paid? If I have told you the amount you wrote, $200, $1,000, $5,000, if I had asked you to pay for it before the class, will you have paid? The answer is no. And that's the reason why our generation were poor. I just left Nigeria for a training with Grant Cardone. I traveled from Nigeria to Florida. I just got to New York yesterday, right? And it cost me 10 million Nigerian naira, which is probably how much? About $20,000, right? To fly down from Nigeria and pay for the training and learn. I still spent another $10,000 during the training. Okay? So, but that's why some of us are making progress and some other people are not. Because many of us have built the culture of saying, I have to pay. I don't know. There's some information out there that could help me to become richer, but I don't know it. And I need to pay to learn it. But many of us have decided to say, no, there's nothing new. And that's why you see some people poor and some people rich. The ones who are rich are always hungry to pay. They want to learn something. They know that their success is a function of the quality of information at their disposal. They know. So they are hungry to pay, they are hungry to learn, and they know it shouldn't be free. I go for many trainings. I struggle to find 2 black people, 5 black people, you know, and you're going to see several white people there. And later you see us black come again and say racism. Many of us are the ones doing ourselves. We do not consciously invest to pay to learn what can transform and change our lives, particularly when it comes to the area of finance, when it comes to the area of building wealth. Some of us have built a culture that money is bad, that money is evil. And I always say this, 2 poor people cannot help themselves. One must first, pay the price and raise the other up, right? But one must first get to the top before you can then raise the other up. But the 2 of you can't help yourself. If 2 of you are poor and one of you have cancer and needs money for treatment, how can you, in your poor state, help your fellow friend and brother who is dying of cancer and needs money for treatment? 2 poor people can't help themselves, guys. This is why you want to work hard and learn the principles of building wealth so that you can help people. Today, they just sent me a picture of a child that I saw in a construction site. It was a teenager. I said, why is he not in school? They gave me all manner of stories. I said, no, you got to go to school, right? And I sent my staff. I said, go figure. It was in another state. I'm in Lagos. I said, go to, this is him. My associate is the last person there. She just presented check to send him back to school. She went to the state, looked for a school, went to the school and paid the tuition fee. That's the school there. A private school for that matter. Now, I couldn't do this. You can see the check. I can't do this as a poor person. So when I see our Africans celebrate poverty, I get irritated. Because you have used to nobody being poor. You are not adding value to nobody being poor. You're not helping nobody being poor. Celebrating poverty helps nobody. Because you're going to meet people who need your help and you can't help because you don't even have the money to help them. So why do you celebrate poverty? Why don't you want to invest in learning how to build wealth and taking the subject of wealth creation as priority? Okay, so that's my bit. I'm going to take questions from you guys. I'm going to take questions. Okay, Olubumi says this generation need you seriously. Absolutely, I agree. Because and that our generation is even worse. We just literally have turned poverty to a fashionable thing. And then when we are now in financial distress, we begin to say the world is wicked and people don't want to help us. Yet, you've turned poverty to something of fashion. So I'm going to do a recap while I take your questions. Number 1, we're talking about how to make money work for you, the principles, the fundamentals of making money work for you. Number 1, you need to know those who have built a system for money to work for them. First of all, do not work for salary. They do not. They rather understand the different types of earning. They understand the different type of income. They understand there are 3 different types of income: earned income, portfolio income, and passive income. And they're able to use the latter 2, portfolio and passive income, which you can call cash flow, to constantly, multiply their wealth. Number 2, this set of people have been able to use other people's time to grow their wealth. Number 3, this type of people have been able to invest what they have saved rather than making the bank get richer, doing nothing with their money. You keep your money in the bank lend it to business people like me. They collect commission from people like me. They don't give it to you, and the bank gets richer. The MDs of those banks become richer and richer, and you are poorer. And it's your money they use to give people loan. Because you ain't going to take risk to invest. Number 4, this set of people have been able to build a system where money works for them rather than working for money. They don't rely on salary. They rely on returns on investment. So they are looking for ways, okay, for them to put their money into something and they can get returns, regular returns. So that way, the company you put your money into, their business, is the one working for you. You see? They are working for you and you are just getting a bit of their profit without doing anything. That's how you grow richer. Number 5. Okay? These people use debt to get richer. They use debt to get richer. I told you of one of my mentors. He was able to use his company to access debt during the COVID-19. And because he understood the inflation consequences and the fact that returns, property market has even crashed in America, which is good for buyers. But because he's not an expert in it, he has decided to invest that money, the loan he took, to buy properties in Nigeria. Right? He bought 5 properties in Nigeria. Reach out to me, say, hey, I've gotten big money for my company, COVID, and I'm buying properties with you in Nigeria. Bought 5 units in Lekki, and he's rented it out, and he's getting, 10 million regularly coming. You see what we talk about, return on investment, cash flow. Every year, 10 million comes in. From 5 million, that's 50 million coming in without doing nothing. 50 million keeps rolling in. That's how you get richer. That's how you get richer. Number 7, okay, these people understand that investment is not risky. Okay? People who are able to make money work for them understand that investment is not risky. It is actually not investing that is risky. Because now you've not saved, you've not put in something into the future, you've not built something that can sustain you and take you out of poverty. And this has been brought to you by Gvest. Okay, Gvest is our program we've put together to raise 20 billion naira to build 1,000 housing units this year in Nigeria. And you can invest from 5 million, 10 million, but from tomorrow, the minimum you can invest is 10 million. And from tomorrow, we're reducing how much we're giving as returns. The question is why? Well, we intentionally increased the amount we're giving for the early set of people who invested. And that's how I do my business. When you trust me enough and you take action on time, I give you more. Just to say thank you for believing in me without hesitating, right? Immediately we did it, several people just sent in their money. Many didn't even ask for form, they didn't ask for anything, just transferred. Right? I said, in fact, one of them said, I have been following your company for the last 6 years. I saw how you grew from 1 estate to 2. Now you have over 20 estates. I can never be more proud of your success and being privileged to invest. I'm excited. One of the investors said. One other one said, even if I don't get my capital and my interest back, you've given so much value online that I just felt this is a little way to be part of what you're doing. Somebody said that, one of those who invested. So we've had people just investing 50 million, 100 million and just putting in their money and expecting return. So we give from 14 to 92% return on investment. You can visit gvest.ng or call +23 8099990864. Or you could also chat me up direct on my US line, plus 185-770-15527. But if you're reaching me personally to discuss this with me, it should be WhatsApp chat only. Please don't call, because I'm often in meetings and your call will disrupt. If we still need to do call, I don't mind, but it's you chat first, you state your name, and you clearly state why you're reaching out to me. Okay, very, very important. Somebody was reaching out to me, I think it was today or yesterday, and just say hello. First of all, it took time before he could say his name, and then later all he just said is, just blabbing. And you notice I didn't reply. Later it was, I said, look, I don't reply people who don't have clear cut what they are looking for. Right? You chatting me up, state your name, state the exact reason why you're chatting me. I'm a very busy man. It's not pride, it's not arrogance, right? You don't want to waste my time. I have more than 300 employees to attend to you. So if for any reason I give out my number, it's out of respect, and you should give me back that respect. And people who don't respect your time don't respect you. Okay? If somebody respects your time, he wants to talk to you, pop, and let you go, because he knows that time is money. God didn't give anybody money, give us time. How you use your time determines how wealthy you are. So anybody who wastes your time doesn't value you, doesn't value your success, doesn't want you to even be richer. Because if they do, they understand that time is money, right? And there's no point to waste any time. So those are details. I'm going to start taking questions. I can see a couple of people have asked questions. So people's kratic, people, krato, I mean, you still need to explain what this is about. This is your name. It says, since I came across GTech Zone trying to sell land in Uyo to invest in GTech Zones. Well, I still don't understand your question. Okay, Olubumi Asumo says, can you put in the link to Gvest? I've even pinned it. Okay, I've pinned the link. So www.gvest.ng. You can always go to the site, fill the form. You know, on the form, the agreement is there. You read it, you accept it, and then you can either use your card to pay or you do a transfer. But today is the last day for the kind of returns we're given. After today, you have to, we're reviewing the returns a little bit lower. Like I said, we're just rewarding those who immediately took action. So if you really want to also enjoy what we give the early investors, today is the last day you have to invest in this. Jerry Patrick says, what's different between GTEX and Gvest? It's the same company. It's just that we employed a different team of people to manage that so that we're not distracted from the core job of building houses, buying land. What we do core is we buy land, we fence it around, we build houses on it. That's what we do. Right, so we had to employ a different team, have a separate team who interface, right, so that we don't get distracted. Instead of selling land, building houses, we are not distracted with all these people who want to invest with us, right? So let's have just a unique team, and they are called Gvest. And we're hoping it will later grow into a crowdfunding financial firm in future that will be registered, licensed by government to help businesses raise capital for their business. That's where we're hoping we'll get to. King Julius says, thank you for your time to teach us. I'm grateful for that. You are welcome. Thank you, King Julius. You're a man of honor. Thank you. Christopher Oji says, omitted number 6. Please, can you repeat it? Number 5 is use debt to get rich. Number 6 is investing is not risky. Not investing is the risk. Okay? So number 6 is investing isn't risky. Not investing is the risk. Odufunwa Oluwaseun says, what is the sort code to transfer to? Call the number that I've just given you. You're going to see the sort code. He's going to give you the sort code, right? Call that number. 234-8099990864. It's going to give you the sort code. Or you can chat me privately, okay? Peterson H. Muri says, I'm learning something new. Sir, God bless you. You are welcome. You are welcome. Abolade says, off to work now, watch on YouTube later. Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube. Sunday, Awoyemi, my brother, where have you been all this while? It's been long I've seen you on my call. It's a great job. Thank you for much of your time always. You're welcome. Simbiat Atinuke says, Abolade Osunlano, have a great day at work. Okay, maybe it's your friend, I guess. Richard says, thank you for no hold bar training, Dr. Steven. You guys are welcome. You're welcome. No, but honestly, those of you in the Western world, if during this COVID, you didn't even know you were supposed to own your company before now, and during this COVID, you still didn't open your company and access funds as a company, you missed out. You have lost big time. You've lost big time. And I'm not kidding you. And I don't know why you didn't join my coaching, because these are some of the things that people who are in my coaching are exposed to. Right? I don't know why. I don't know why you didn't join my coaching. I really don't know why. So, because I don't know why some of you are here and there's so much opportunity, and just throwing it away. We're expanding. Give us 5 years in the US. You're going to see what we're going to be doing. 5 years as a company with an office that we've set up now. You see what we'll be doing in the US alone. The volume. I do not see GTEX US doing less than 50 to 100 million annually in the next 5 years. I don't see it. Okay? But it's because we had the knowledge. We took years to go for training to understand how this thing works. Daniel Kwaba says, blessed evening, sir. I just came online. What's Gvest about? Why not go to the website so that you can learn more about what Gvest is about on the website? You know, there's a lot you can learn there. Okay? I want to thank everybody for listening, for learning. I hope you got value. I hope you learned something that changed your life. I look forward to seeing you at the top. God bless you real good. And have a wonderful day ahead. I love you. See you at the top. Bye-bye. Come on, guys. I thought you were going to wish me all the best and bid me goodbye. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. I love you so much. Okay. Thank God Oluwo says not in Nigeria. Yeah, Gvest is an opportunity. You don't need to be in Nigeria to take advantage of Gvest. You can take advantage of Gvest from anywhere in the world. Where, in fact, most of the people investing are not in Nigeria. Okay? So, many of them are Nigerians in the diaspora, just taking advantage of the returns, because you ain't going to get that return in UK or US or anywhere. Love you and good night, everybody.